The people who play the world aren't the ones who play it safe. They are the people who are crazy enough to believe that they can do the impossible. So today I want to talk about be delusional, and this is my fourth video. Welcome to the new episode. Um, I don't know how you find your delusional, but in my own opinion, I think being delusional is not about rejecting the reality, but it's about not allowing it to limit you. It's about looking at where you are right now and seeing something different. I mean, some of us had our goals this year, like we had the list written down, something that we need to achieve, something that we need to be successful. But it's August right now, and if we look back, we haven't achieved anything. And the delusion of it is that we have been, some of us still haven't given up. We have been seeing ourselves in different positions, in and different places, refusing the reality that things are hard. But things are going to be hard, of course, but then you can still get out of it. It's like a house cat that's always staying inside the house, looking in the mirror and seeing a tiger. Not because it's pretending, but because it knows that it's having a heart of one. Like, let me relate it to a human being. If you've been caged in this, there is a freedom that you've been wanting to attain, but you're not getting it. There is a life that you've always wanting, but you're not getting it. You're caged into that house, into that corner, but then you're seeing yourself out of it, being free one day. That's the delusion of it. The reality is that you're always going to be locked in that room, by the way. But then you can also get out of it. The reality is that you've been locked there for years, for many days. You just need to believe that you're something else. You just need to believe that you can do it yourself. You can free yourself. You can be happy by yourself. The truth is, every successful person had a little of these disillusioned characters. Like, they believed in a future that no one was seeing. They did not wait for proofs. They made those proofs themselves. Just like maybe seeing a cat, believing it can fly, or seeing a dog, believing it can look up the skies, or a pig, believing it can fly. They don't they don't wait for someone to do it for them. They prove it themselves. We have seen babies taking steps, trying to walk each and every time they're in that stage. Yeah, they've seen people walking, but they want to try it themselves. Like, it's my turn, let me do it, you know? And finally we walk. Up to now, we are still walking. Um, if you only believe what's realistic, you only get what's already been done. Like, the reality of life is that life is hard, people die, you will lose your loved ones. The reality of life is that life is not going to walk on a straight line. Yeah, remember when we were kids and we used to tell ourselves we can fly. We used to tell ourselves that maybe in the future we're going to build big houses, we're going to be pilots, we're going to be doctors. But those dreams kept on changing. They kept on changing. Personally, I wanted to be a nun. Yeah, I wanted to be a reverend sister. But when I joined from O level, it started changing. I started loving history, literature, even if I loved it back then. Then I decided I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be an artist. Those dreams just kept on flowing in my head. But there was a reality of it is that we have parents who always want to dictate our futures. They want you to be a doctor, yet you want to be the other way around. They want you to be a nurse or a lawyer, yet you want to be the other way around. But then you see yourself being something else, and then people tell you you're delusional. You see yourself being a CEO of a company or having your own company. You see yourself being the manager. People say you can't do it. Why? Because you're just from a girl or a man from a local village, no education background. We have seen people who haven't studied that hard, but they have achieved something greater than those who have even studied because they believed that they can be different. They can not be limited by the reality that education is the only way to drive someone into success. We have heard of successful people who invented different things. Like, let me talk about Elon Musk. He believed that he could take the rocket out of space and also bring it back in space. Like, take the rocket in space and bring it back. He did not wait for proof. I mean, he created it. Nowadays, we look at him and we wonder. We look at people's dreams and we wonder, how did they do this? You know, when you believe in yourself, when you have visions for yourself, visions that other people are not seeing, and one day you surprise them, it's going to turn them out. We have seen people who talk bad about us, talk us down into doing some things. Like when they look at a woman and then they tell the woman that she can't be better than this. She can't be a better wife or a better daughter or a better person. They look at this man who is taking weed, that man is not going to make it out in life. Then after some months or weeks, we hear this guy is born again, transformed, working. Yeah, God is always there, by the way. We also need to put God in everything we do. And to achieve what others are not seeing in you, you need to be grateful, you need to be faithful, you need to have hope that you can do something different than what others can see. You know, as a woman, some people who are close to us talk to us thinking it's a joke, but then it gets to us because at the end of the day, we feel insecure. It's either maybe about our body. I used to have friends, family members, who used to call me fat. I was the fat, funny friend, always. And it was a joke to them, but it really got to me. But then at some point, I met some people who just loved me for who I am, people who saw what was inside me and also cherished what was outside me. People who made me feel like I can love my flaws, I can love my insecurities, and I understood that the world is always going to have two parts. There's a negative part of it, there's a positive part of the world. If you allow the negative part of the world to drain you down, you're never going to see the positive side of the world. So when I looked at it that way, still it did not stop. But then I was like, I'm not only here, I'm also the other side of it. If I have loved, if they have loved me, so it is okay. People always talk bad about us. Like they say things that discourage you from your dreams, from yourself. They make you hate yourself. And if you're too sensitive, you never reach the greater heights of life. People always think that if they say this in a joking way, it's not going to get to you. But things always get to people, and some of the people use it to their advantage. We have seen stories on how men or women have been, let me say, dumped because they are poor, or the man is poor, he's not providing. But then we see them coming back greater than before. So, about my being delusional, it doesn't mean just wishing. It means working with the same reality, the same intensity as your dream. We have dreams. All of us have dreams. It's like a standard to have put for ourselves. Dreams are supposed to put standards for us. They're supposed to make us look like we're on missions to getting something. And if you have dreams, we just don't wish to be good. We don't just wish to be healthy. We pray for it. We hope for it. And when it comes to the that the delusional part of it, we allow ourselves to be pushed to greater heights. We don't allow the reality of it to limit us. Like, you're seeing a woman from the village coming to town, working her ass off to get some money, and all people think she's a prostitute. People always have their views, people always have the judge. People always judge. Then if you're a person who has had it all, who has seen it all, you're going to not knock yourself out because of it. You're going to push yourself to go on more and more. So how do you bring this illusionment to life? You have to be visualizing yourself boldly. Have that confidence. Tell yourself that affirmations. Confirm to yourself that you can do this. I mean, you can see that vision clearly before it even comes into life. When I first started this journey of mine, in my first YouTube video, I told everyone who has seen it that I want to be able to look into that day and then be proud of how long I've gone. So far, this is my fourth video, and I'm proud that I've not yet given up, knowing very well that I'm a person who really gives up easily. And I pray each and every time I pray. When I come and start this video, I pray. God is always number one. You should let God always be your number one. And the vision of this is that I see myself in the near future to come, out of this room, perhaps. I see myself not speaking alone, perhaps. I see myself having a camera, perhaps. For right now, I'm using my phone, which is okay. And I told myself not to be limited, because I was like, if I should wait to have all those things, I'm not going to start anything. So I told myself, start. There is no any right day. So this is a vision that I'm clearly seeing it, even if right now it's not yet there. So to visualize yourself boldly is that you see yourself being somewhere else in the future. The disillusion of what people tell you. Don't take people's limits as your fail, as your fears. People always come and say, you can't do this, you can't sing, you can't be a lawyer, you can't be a doctor, you can't be the manager of that company, you can't start your own company. People always put their fears on you. So don't be limited by it. Ignore the doubters. People have doubts in you. People have seen you fail once and then they think you're always going to be a total failure in life. You're not going to make it. Don't let people weigh you down. Don't let them put their fears on you. Ignore them. Yes, they'll always talk. People always be there talking. And then you have to back it up with skills. Every big hit in history started with someone who looked at reality and said, no, I see something else. You know? Like, no, I see something else. This is real, yeah, but I'm seeing something else. Yeah, people can walk, but I'm seeing something else. Maybe I can fly. Yeah, people can ride bicycles, yes, but I see something else. I don't have the good example, but I believe in your mind is already creeping in. Every history has that person that they saw the reality, but they said, nah, I'm seeing something else, and I believe I can do that something else. That's why there is this quote by Will Smith that says that there is a certain this illusional quality that every successful people have to have. So you have to believe that something different can happen. You have to believe that for it to happen. So be delusional. Believe in the impossible. See yourself as the tiger instead of seeing yourself as the house cat. Even if the world sees you as the house cat, see yourself as the tiger. Even if the world sees you as the demon, see yourself as the angel. Even if the world sees you as the village girl who is never going to make it out of life, see yourself as the CEO of a company. Even if the world sees you as a man who is never gonna get a job. See yourself better, a better you, a better version of you. People always be there to judge you, put their fears on you, but you're gonna have to believe in yourself first. Because one day they'll have no choice but to see what you were all along. And if you're ready to live your life beyond limits, hit subscribe and you're just getting started. Thank you for watching. I'm still Lanyada Fiona.